And the damage wouldn't be confined to the planet itself. Mars is a hub of exploration, home to orbiters, rovers, and landers from multiple space agencies. Satellites like the Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter, the European Mars Express, and surface missions like Perseverance and Curiosity form the backbone of our Martian science. An impact of this magnitude could destroy or cripple decades of progress in a single instant. Communications relays could vanish. Climate data, life search missions, and future human exploration plans could all be set back by generations. For scientists, the potential impact represents both nightmare and opportunity. It would be the largest planetary collision witnessed in the modern era, a once-in-a-civilization chance to study interstellar material interacting violently with another world. But it would come at an enormous cost, the loss of billions of dollars in equipment, and possibly the contamination of Mars itself with materials that may not be natural at all. The thought that this could happen, not in millions of years, but in just over 12 months, is what keeps researchers awake at night. September 26, 2025 looms ever closer, and with it, the possibility of a collision that could rewrite the history of Mars, and perhaps the history of intelligent life in the cosmos. Up to this point, the anomalies of 3I Atlas could be explained away, at least in theory, as rare but natural behaviors. An odd trajectory, strange gas emissions, even its incredible speed might be stretched into the realm of possibility. But the most recent evidence is something altogether different. Deep space radar facilities, including NASA's powerful Goldstone Solar System radar in California, have been quietly tracking 3I Atlas since its discovery. Normally, when comets are scanned this way, the echoes return soft and diffuse, consistent with surfaces of ice and dust. But the radar profile of 3I Atlas was nothing like that. Instead of scattering gently, the radar beams bounced back with hard metallic echoes, the kind of reflection you'd expect from steel, titanium, or other dense alloys. Materials like these are not formed naturally in the void of interstellar space. They are forged, engineered. For weeks, these results were kept classified, locked away in restricted data servers. But leaks began circulating among the scientific community, hinting at something extraordinary. Harvard astrophysicist Avi Loeb, already controversial for suggesting Oumuamua might have been artificial, went public with his interpretation. Working with one of his graduate students, he argued that the echoes prove 3I Atlas is not just another comet, but a structure, possibly a technological artifact, cloaked beneath a thin shell of ice to masquerade as a natural object. This theory may sound like science fiction, but consider the evidence: the precise, timed-out gassing pulses behaving like thrusters, the deliberate alignment with Mars's orbital plane, and now, radar signatures indicating alloys unknown in natural comets. Loeb describes the object as resembling an interstellar probe, a machine built by some intelligence, its metallic frame hidden beneath volatile ices that create a convincing comet-like disguise. The ice would not only provide camouflage, but also serve as fuel, vented in exact amounts to alter its trajectory, just as we've observed. If true, 3I Atlas could be the first piece of alien technology humanity has ever encountered up close. Not a distant radio signal, not a mathematical anomaly. A physical machine, a visitor crossing the gulf between stars. But if this is technology, the biggest question isn't how it works. The question is why it's here, and why, of all the planets in the solar system, it seems to be steering itself toward Mars. While scientists debate whether 3I Atlas is natural or engineered, a series of unsettling observations from Mars has pushed the discussion into darker territory. The European Space Agency's Mars Express orbiter has been circling the red planet since 2003, providing some of the most detailed imagery of its surface and atmosphere. But in the last several months, its instruments have recorded something unusual: 3 small, highly reflective objects glinting just above the Martian atmosphere. At first, mission engineers brushed it off. Cosmic rays often streak across detectors, leaving behind bright specks that mimic objects in space. But this wasn't a one-time glitch. The same three reflections appeared again, and again, and again. Each time, they were in the same positions, locked in what astronomers now describe as a triangular formation. Cosmic rays don't form triangle, and they don't maintain formation across multiple imaging passes. The unsettling implication is that these aren't sensor artifacts at all. They could be physical craft, small probes or satellites, deployed silently into orbit around Mars. Their reflectivity suggests metallic surfaces, and their spacing is consistent with a controlled configuration rather than random debris. If this interpretation holds, it leads to an extraordinary hypothesis. 3I Atlas may not be arriving alone. It could already have dispatched scouts ahead of its approach, like reconnaissance drones preparing the ground for something larger to come. The timing is difficult to ignore. These reflective anomalies first appeared in the months after 3I Atlas was detected entering the solar system, as if its presence was the trigger. Skeptics argue there must be a mundane explanation. Fragments of Martian moons, perhaps, or untracked space junk from past missions. Yet neither Phobos nor Deimos can account for their exact altitude or their stable geometry. And human spacecraft? None are known to be operating in that orbit, let alone in precise triangular formation. If these really are probes, their mission is a mystery. Are they monitoring Mars's surface? Mapping its resources? Tracking our satellites and rovers? Or are they simply waiting, relaying data back to the larger object on its inbound course? For the first time, scientists are being forced to consider that 3I Atlas may not just be a visitor. It may be conducting operations, coordinated, strategic, and deliberate. And if that's true, then its destination isn't random at all. Mars may have been chosen long before we ever spotted it. The moment the anomalies of 3I Atlas became undeniable, the world's space agencies quietly shifted gears. Publicly, their updates remain calm, routine, and even dismissive, the kind of language designed to reassure rather than alarm. But behind the scenes, a very different story is unfolding. According to leaks from inside the aerospace community, the major space powers, NASA, ESA, Roscosmos, CNSA, and JAXA, have all formed emergency planetary defense task forces. These aren't ordinary working groups. They're cross-agency teams designed to share classified data, track unusual threats, and coordinate potential responses. In short, humanity's first line of defense against the unknown. While the press releases speak blandly of monitoring efforts, internal documents suggest something far more serious. A memo leaked from NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory describes efforts to repurpose existing spacecraft around Mars. Probes like the Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter, once dedicated to mapping the Martian surface, are now being retasked to focus almost exclusively on 3I Atlas. Every maneuver, every anomalous burst of gas, every flicker of reflected light is being logged with military-level precision. ESA's Mars Express 2 has been placed on a new observation schedule, tasked with keeping its cameras fixed on the strange reflective objects in Martian orbit, the ones some now believe to be scout probes. Meanwhile, China's CNSA has quietly announced unplanned adjustments to its Tianwen-1 orbiter, a cryptic phrase that analysts suspect also means redirection toward tracking 3I Atlas. The secrecy is telling. None of these agencies are openly admitting to the scale of their concern, but the coordination itself is unprecedented. These nations are rivals, often reluctant to share even basic mission data. And yet, in the case of 3I Atlas, information is flowing rapidly between them, as though they all recognize the stakes are too high for competition. There are even whispers that military satellites in Earth orbit have been reassigned to deep space surveillance, feeding classified intelligence directly to these planetary defense teams. If true, this means the response is no longer purely scientific. It is strategic, defensive, acknowledging that this object might not be just a natural hazard, but a potential technological adversary. For now, the public sees only calm statements and routine reports. But behind closed doors, humanity is mobilizing. Because if 3I Atlas is truly artificial, then its approach to Mars may represent not just a scientific puzzle, but the first interstellar test of whether our civilization is ready to face another. Even if 3I Atlas were to narrowly miss Mars, the consequences of its close encounter could still ripple across the solar system. A collision, or even a near miss at high speed, would send shockwaves through space in ways that go far beyond the red planet itself. Scientists warn that an impact could eject millions of tons of debris into interplanetary space. Some of this material would remain trapped in orbit around Mars, forming temporary rings of dust and rock. Other fragments could escape the planet's gravity entirely, hurtling through the solar system at incredible speed. These aren't ordinary rocks. Given the possibility that 3I Atlas may contain metallic or engineered components, some of the debris could carry traces of material that are artificial or highly unusual. Computer models predict that certain fragments could reach the vicinity of Earth within a decade. While most would burn up in our atmosphere, larger or more robust pieces might survive entry, landing on our planet or in near-Earth orbit. The implications are unsettling. If any fragments carry engineered microbes, chemical compounds, or even self-replicating nanotechnology, they could introduce previously unknown elements into Earth's environment. This scenario moves beyond the realm of planetary science and into biosecurity and astrobiology. Governments and space agencies are acutely aware of the stakes. What arrives from Mars in 10 years could, in theory, carry interstellar materials that are entirely new to life on Earth, or worse, potentially hazardous. Even if a collision doesn't directly threaten Earth, the debris field could create hazards for spacecraft, satellites, and future missions throughout the inner solar system. Every probe, rover, and satellite operating in the path of Mars's orbital debris would need recalibration and rerouting to avoid catastrophic impacts. What's clear is that the risk is not isolated to a single planet. A single interstellar object, moving at extreme speed and potentially under intelligent control, could reshape the solar system's environment for decades. Mars may be the immediate target, but the ripple effects, fragments, debris, and possibly engineered materials could extend all the way to Earth and beyond. For astronomers, this is both a warning and a call to vigilance. The universe is vast, but objects like 3I Atlas prove that a single, small point of light racing through the void can have consequences on a planetary scale. As the data on 3I Atlas continues to mount, a sobering possibility emerges. What if this interstellar object is not just a random visitor? What if it is maneuvering deliberately, adjusting its course with precision, and approaching Mars for a reason? If that is the case, then humanity may be on the brink of witnessing something truly unprecedented, the first confirmed extraterrestrial technology in human history. For decades, we have imagined the ways we might detect intelligent life beyond Earth. Most discussions focus on radio signals, faint whispers sent across the cosmic void, waiting for a civilization like ours to listen. We have scanned the skies, hoping for a message hidden in the static. But 3I Atlas challenges that paradigm entirely. It suggests that first contact might not come through communication at all. It might come as action, as a physical object crossing light years, carrying a message, a probe, or even a test of our observational skills. This shifts the conversation from passive listening to active awareness. If 3I Atlas is indeed an intelligent artifact, then every gas pulse, every slight adjustment in its trajectory, is a signal in itself. It may be observing Mars, studying our solar system, or gauging how we respond to its presence. The object's approach is not random. It may be designed to interact with us indirectly, testing our ability to detect, interpret, and react to extraterrestrial engineering. The implications are staggering. A guided interstellar impactor could represent a civilization millions of years ahead of ours, capable of constructing and controlling objects across interstellar distances. It would suggest that intelligent life has not only survived, but mastered technology far beyond anything we can currently comprehend. And the potential consequences extend beyond mere curiosity. A collision with Mars could alter the planet physically, possibly releasing debris into the solar system, fragments that might even reach Earth over the coming decades. If any of these fragments carry engineered material or other technologies, the impact would have ramifications that reach far beyond the immediate scientific community, touching on planetary defense, biosecurity, and the very question of humanity's place in the universe. For astronomers, physicists, and planetary scientists, this is the opportunity of a lifetime, a chance to study an interstellar object in real time, possibly confirming the existence of intelligence beyond our planet. For everyone else, it is a cosmic warning. The universe may be far stranger and more active than we have ever imagined. As September 2025 approaches, all eyes will turn to Mars and the sky above it. The silent pulses of 3I Atlas may soon answer the age-old question, are we alone? But the answer may come not as a gentle signal, but as a glowing green comet, racing at unimaginable speed, threading the eye of a cosmic needle, and possibly rewriting humanity's understanding of its place in the cosmos. The universe is watching, and so, it seems, is something else. As we watch Mars rise in the night sky this September, remember that above the rusty horizon, something extraordinary is unfolding. 3I Atlas is threading the eye of a cosmic needle, pulsing its strange green exhaust, adjusting its path meter by meter. We do not yet know if it is a natural object, a guided interstellar visitor, or a piece of technology from a civilization far beyond our own. But one thing is clear, the universe has a story to tell, and this time, it may be coming directly to our celestial neighbor. Whether 3I Atlas passes safely, grazes Mars, or collides with devastating force, humanity is witnessing an event unlike any in recorded history. A cosmic experiment, a warning, or perhaps a first contact that challenges everything we think we know. The question remains, are we alone, or is someone, or something, out there, watching, testing, and reaching across the stars? Keep your eyes on the skies. History is unfolding, and soon we may see the answer in motion. If you found this journey through hidden science, cosmic secrets, and potential alien infrastructure as mind-blowing as we did, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Don't miss future explorations into the universe's deepest mysteries, because some secrets are just waiting to be uncovered.